Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to the Dylan the Truth podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to it and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciate it. Um, this topic is going to be about Iggy Azalea. Um, just recently, there was a news that came out that, well, she actually announced it that she's joined OnlyFans. Now, if you remember a few years back, um, I think it was what was the company? I think it was Bang Bros. Bang Bros offered her $1 million to do porn, or sell sex, right? But she disagreed with it. She didn't want to be part of it because she didn't want to, be selling sex. She wants to be selling her music. And I find that kind of funny because now in 2023, she joined OnlyFans. Now, there's a reason for why I believe she joined OnlyFans because it's pretty simple. Um, Nobody's checking for her music. If you really think about it, a lot of people, when it comes to Iggy Azalea, um, they more check for how she looks. Like she posts a lot of pictures on her Instagram page, and a lot of it is very sexual. So a lot of guys would tune in or like a lot of her pictures and stuff like that. They're not really checking for her music because the last I checked, like nobody said anything about her album that came out. What was it? In 20, I believe it was 2021. Nobody was talking about it. That just proves my point. Is that they're more into her because of her looks, not much so her talent. Um, I mean, I'm not surprised. Not at all, because anybody could have seen this coming. I mean, she did put out a couple of albums. I mean, her first album came out in 2014, which was the new classic. After that was in 2019, was called In My Defense. And then the third album, I believe, was End of an Era, 2021. I mean, it's kind of funny that she will name that album End of an Era. What era did she really have, like, that people were really, following, or that era that she claimed she had? She wasn't really dominating anything. So to me, I mean, again, she falls in that long list of female rappers that base everything off of their looks. The talent, it's always going to be secondary. That's how I look at it nowadays, because nobody is actually taking the time to focus on their craft. Um, Iggy Azalea, and then I believe there's a new album that's supposed to be coming out this year called Hotter Than Hell. Now, maybe this could be a little strategy. Maybe she put out the OnlyFans to, I guess, to promote her new album coming. Who knows? That could be the situation. If that is her strategy, hey, hopefully it works out for her. But I just don't see that she will do any numbers because, once again, like what I said, nobody's really checking for her music. Iggy Azalea, I remember when she first came out and she had that song Fancy. I'm pretty sure like majority of us thought that that was Gwen Stefani on the hook when I first heard it. Obviously, everybody else I'm pretty sure could agree to it. We all thought it was Gwen Stefani that was singing the hook, and I think that's part of the reason why I think the song did what it did. Like, if you didn't see the video and if you just heard it on the radio, you would assume that it was Gwen Stefani. And then a lot of people would more, check for that song. Whereas I guess, it still did numbers, don't get me wrong. But I felt like, because people thought that it was Gwen Stefani, it kind of helped. So then when they finally see the video, then they're like, oh, okay, it's a Australian rapper. And some other chick, I think, I can't remember her name, but she was singing a hook, and that's her biggest hit to this day. Um, After that, I don't remember her putting out any other big songs. Like, that's the only song I could think of. It's fancy. Like, she might have put out a couple others after that, but I mean, it didn't do too well. Um, I mean, if I was to describe how her career went, um, I would say that it's been mediocre. Um, in terms of like hip hop, she's like a polarizer figure because there's a lot of mixed reviews about her and her rapping skills. Because I believe there was a rumor that she doesn't write her rhymes; she has ghostwriters. Uh, and then they were trying, and back then they were trying to make her the next. I guess she's supposed to be Nicki Minaj competition, which I thought that was a joke. I mean, in what way? Like, I don't understand. I mean, she wasn't that good lyrically. She couldn't really rap. I mean, she had the looks going for her, but I mean, outside of that, she wasn't that good. And I felt like her coming from Australia, we wanted to, we wanted to hear like what Australia is about. Like, I wanted her to bring that Australian flavor to hip hop. I felt she came into the game and she tried to sound like she's American, and that's where I felt like a lot of the people looked at her and they were saying, nah, I'm not buying this because like she's trying to be American when she's Australian because we would rather hear like I'm pretty sure like the Americans want to hear like what's going on in like Australia. Like they want to hear that vibe. Like you coming from another country and then you're in America and then you're trying to sound like them. I mean, people will see through that, and it won't take them that long. So I believe that had a lot to do with why her career didn't go the way she planned it out to be because she tried to be American, and when you try to be something that you're not, you will get exposed. It's just a matter of time. Um, Me, I don't have anything against her personally. I'm just speaking like in terms of her music. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think she's that good of a rapper. Um, but I mean, if OnlyFans is her, her next chapter in her life, I mean, hey, do your thing. But as far as like, in hip hop, I know ain't nobody checking for her music. Nobody. So, yeah, when I found out the news that she was joining OnlyFans, I had to laugh because it was like a few years ago you turned down porn. Like they were offering you millions of dollars, and here you are doing OnlyFans. I just find that kind of funny. But that's how life works sometimes. Things don't go exactly how you had it planned. Like maybe you have to go through a little bit of obstacles or a little bump before you get to where you need to be. So I mean, I wish her all the best. Hopefully it works out for her. That's all I could basically say about that. But that's my take on Iggy Azalea. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Until next time, peace.